Hey Afflictor fans, welcome to another episode of In the Shop with Afflictor. Today we're going to talk about checking your arrows and your broadheads before you go in the field. Just as a quick double check, some items you may want to look at before you hit the woods. So the first thing is, it's always a good idea to check your broadheads for sharpness, just to make sure your blades are sharp. You know, it's an easy feel across the blade. If you want to check it on a piece of paper, that's fine as well. But it's good whether you're shooting fixed or hybrids, of course, to make sure that your blades are sharp and ready to go, especially since with the Afflictors, you're going to be using probably the same broadhead to practice with as you're going to hunt. Now, on our hybrids, because of the oversized tip, your blades are protected during practice and they shouldn't get dull, but you should feel them, and if you want to put a quick edge on them, just a couple passes with a micro diamond file or an Arkansas stone, and it'll bring them right back into shaving sharp. So you want to check for sharpness. The next thing that you want to take a look at is to make sure that there's no foreign bodies from either your target or your quiver stuck into your broadhead blades, or more specifically in our hybrids, you want to make sure that there's nothing stuck here behind the drive key. It doesn't happen very often, but if you're using it in a target, you can get target material in there. Or if you have a foam type quiver and you're constantly pulling it in and out and you've had your quiver for a while, it's possible that a little piece of foam can get caught in the ferrule behind the drive key. That is the only thing that can impede the hybrids from working, is if there is something stuck not allowing that drive key to come back. So you want to give that a quick look as well before you head out into the field. The next thing you want to make sure is, if you're using your lock pin in your hybrids, a little lock pin that inserts into the ferrule to keep the blades closed for practice, please make sure that's not in there before you go hunting. At 5/8, it's still likely to kill the animal, but of course we don't want that. We want to make sure that the lock pin has been removed and that your hybrid can function properly and open up and lock completely. The other thing that you want to check is your arrow. You want to make sure that your shaft is good. There's no splintering. You can put a little flex in it. Doesn't matter if it's a bolt or a compound or a trad arrow. If you're shooting carbons, you want to check it out. You want to take a peek at your fletching. Make sure that nothing is ripped or torn so you don't have any unnecessary noise. Come back and look at your nock. Make sure it's secure. If you're using a lighted nock, take a quick check to make sure that your battery is good or whatever system you're using is working properly and that you're good to go on that end. On the broadhead side, make sure that your broadhead is secured properly to your arrow shaft and that it's not loose and not going to come loose in your quiver or while you're hunting, especially if you're spotting and stalking. So other than that, those few things will probably save you some headaches, some heartaches, and some time in the field if you just check it out. So again, sharpness, make sure there's no foreign bodies in the ferrule. Make sure you check your lights, your nocks, and your fletching, and also the tightness of your broadhead on your shaft no matter what you're shooting. Again, let us know if you have any questions. Good luck in the field.